I'm going to use the rings for Shirshasana under my shoulders. So what that does is it allows me to keep the shoulders lifted. So usually the problem in Shirshasana is the shoulders drop and you feel a lot of tension on your head and neck. So to avoid the pressure in your head or shoulder, neck, we can use the rings. So I'm getting the top of my shoulders on the black thing and I press that down. And then I place my head. I can hold the rings, and the first attempt or till you get used to it, you don't have to come up. You can just lift your buttocks up and get the idea as to what the rings are doing for you and how they're supporting your head, neck and shoulders. And I keep responding to the rings by lifting my shoulders up, my paraspinal muscles up, side chest up, sternum up. And I exhale and come down. I'm going to use the ring in the back of my neck because the neck sometimes, because of the nervousness, becomes unstable and the pose kind of gets disturbed. So this gives me the stability in my head and neck. I interlock my fingers, and again, till you get the idea of this, you can continue to hold the ring as you lift your buttocks up. You don't have to come up all the way. You can just walk in and feel that. Feel the contact of the skull with the floor, the lift in the shoulders, and the quietness in the neck and throat. You can allow the breath to become slightly deeper. So the ring is in my sternum. So the sternum automatically stays lifted and the neck, head, everything is light and quiet. I've kept the rings between the wall and my elbows for Pincha Mayurasana. So I turn my palms down. So I get this entire length of my forearms. So see how when I place the elbows down, they are not shrunk. And now from here, maintaining that, I come up. You can also use this for Shirshasana if you want. I'm putting the ring in my elbow. My elbow is slightly lifted, and I'm going to wiggle a little bit, pushing the elbow in the ring. So with that interaction of the ring and the elbow, I can take my shoulder blade underneath me, shoulder really on the floor, and then support the back. And then I can use the ring here as well. So my buttocks remains lifted, my torso remains tall and lifted. We'll see how the ring can be used for some of the back bends. We'll begin with Ustrasana. So I come on my knees and then I'm keeping the ring in my back of my thighs and the end of my shin. So I can hold it, and then as I start going backward, so it stops me from pushing the thighs back and arch my lumbar. So it allows me to open the frontal body, lift the abdomen walls up with an exhalation and go down. We'll see a few more applications of the ring in Ustrasana. So it's on my pubic plate or slightly higher, and as I start going backward, I use the lift. I'm actually lifting that up as I exhale and I go backward. So I can slightly press into that, so it helps me to extend my front of my thighs, lift them up, and so my thighs are integrated in my action of going backwards. I also can press the shins better on the floor. The ring is in my spine and I'm pushing slightly back. So, using that spring action, benefiting from that. So, I become more aware of the paraspinal muscles, spine, and I can squeeze the shoulder blades in as I go back. So, see, because of that one action, how my frontal body gets full extension, and I can move the abdomen walls forward to go into that. I can rest my head on the ring. Ustrasana once again. So, the rings are on the floor and at the pit of my leg in my groins. If you are taller, you can use a block on the floor so that it gives you more height. So, my inner thighs are completely lifted, and as I go in Ustrasana, if I roll the rings forward, I get that backwards bend very easily with the flow, lot of fluidity in the going back action, and I can do the pose. So, the pose is progressively happening. The rings are in my inside of my knee and outside of the knee for Urdhva Dhanurasana. So, because of that, the rings, because I am holding the rings, it keeps my knees from falling out and my hips from falling out. So, it gives me the compactness so I can arch my back and lift up. So, as I come up, I keep squeezing the inner ring, so I get more and more height in the pose. So, I keep my exhalations long, so I can move the abdominal walls. I am using this ring in my sternum for Viparit Dandasana. So, I keep kind of pumping so that I can take my the thoracic spine more and more in and get more concavity. So, it's at the almost top of my sternum. I come in Viparit Dandasana. I exhale, hold my breath for a while and lift the shoulders up, shoulder blades into the body and spine sucked in.